we are going to hire an employee. For this employee, we are going to create a user account. After creating the user account, then we are going to add account payables module roles to the user. After adding the roles, user can access the application, and then we are going to provide data access. Nothing but for which business unit employee can go for create invoices, data access to the business unit we are providing. And after that, create accounts and transfer to GL, transfer to general ledger. This we are going to perform, and we would like to view these accounts in GL. So this is a simple task we are going to perform. So what we are trying to do is here, now we are going to hire an employee first. For that employee, we are going to create a user account. Then we are going to add the AP roles, account payables module roles we are going to add. And then we are going to provide the data access to the users. And then we'll create a invoice. We are going to create an invoice and transfer accounts to GL. And then we wanted to view those accounts in GL module. So here, whenever we want to hire an employee, we'll do it from FSM environment. What is the task name? Manage user. Now go to the task here, manage users. The task name is manage users over here. Here we can go for hire an employee. So I'm going to mention John, which is the employee name. Okay. And then we are going to have this as an employee. Choose the person type an employee. System will ask us for which legal employer he is working, means for which company and for which branch, nothing but business unit. So we are supposed to choose that. So we have already specified user account is John_Mitch. In case if the user account is already available, we can link with the existing user account. So we have hired an employee and then we have created a user account also. We have mentioned we want this username. In case if there is any issue with this username, maybe this username is already exist, it will throw the error message here. And we are hiring employee, any issues with hiring employee, it will throw the error message. But now it's done successfully. I just wanted to check the user account is generated or not. Let's go to tools menu and we'll go to security console. Security console is an environment where we are going to have the user management and role management, but this user does not have the access to security console. Let me log in as an implementation user. It seems that this user Ashok does not have. Let me just log out from here and log in as Anil. Anil does not have the access to the security console. IT security manager is the role required to access the security console. And now we are going for access this security console environment. Let's go to navigator, tools menu. Tools menu, security console. And go to the tab here, users tab. And now this is the user account we said we want to have. Yes, it's created. We just wanted to verify this user account is active or not. Status is active. And what is the employee name? This, and employee number. This, and for which business unit he is working. He is working for US1 business unit, right? So now we wanted to provide the roles. So basically, this John is one of the employee. Let me reset the password here so that we can log in with this employee. Now what we want to make is we want to provide the account payables roles. So first task is hiring employees done success. Creating user account is done success. Now we want to add the account payables roles. In Fusion applications, if we want to work with any module, there will be a 5 to 6 roles related to that module. We must be very clear about those 5 to 6 roles. What exactly we can do with this role and what are the different accesses we can get it if we assign this role to the employee. And we are supposed to create a new roles in the project according to the requirement, or we are supposed to copy the roles, whatever Oracle has provided for customization point of view. We'll be discussing that in our security part when we are discussing in our financials here. For account payables, there are 3 roles we have. Let's go for edit, add role. One is accounts payable supervisor, accounts payable manager we have. Let's choose that. Accounts payable manager, accounts payable supervisor and specialist. Total 3 roles. Supervisor. And basically this John is one of the employee. So base role, employee role is to access the self information that we are going to provide. Employee role is the base role that we are going to assign. Okay, that's fine. So we given the permission to account payables for Mr. John. Now he's going to log in and perform the access. We have also to specify the data access to the business unit. When the employees are trying to create invoices, we are supposed to give the access to the which business unit you want to create invoices. Maybe we can have multiple business units. So when we are talking about in Fusion applications security point of view, there will be 2 types. One is application security, another one is data security. One is application security, another one is data security. So for employees, first we have to provide application security so that employees can log in and open that application, nothing but open that page or run that particular report. That happened through the roles. So whenever we attach the role to the employees, so that employees can log in, whatever the roles we added, according to that, they can open the application. For example, I have attached invoice manager so that employees can log in and open the invoice page or search the invoice page. But when employee open invoice page, in my ERP database, there are multiple branches data. There are multiple branches, means multiple business units data exist. Which business unit data you wanted to show? Client says that he is a cashier. He is working for first business unit. Whenever he log in, he should access only first business unit data. Let's say there is a manager. He is taking care of 3 business units. He is a manager for 3 branches. When he log in, when the manager log into the application, system should display 3 branches data, means 3 business units data. That's what data security. First, application security, because without application, you cannot view the data. So that's why we'll add the roles. That part is done. Then we have to provide the data security. It's nothing but our data access. We have to provide the data access. So data access will do it from the FSM environment. Let's go to user menu, setup and maintenance here. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . We can choose any offerings here. Generally, we are working for financials. Let's go to the financials here and search for the task here. Data access. Manage data access for users. The moment when we open this task, system will ask us, what is your username? John underscore Mitch is the username. When this user login, we given the access to the following roles: payables manager, payables specialist, payables supervisor. The moment when employee go to this manager functional area, security means business unit. Which business unit data you would like to populate? We want to give the access to US1 business unit. It means you can access the invoices which are related for US1 BU. You can modify those things and you can go for create new, disable the existing one. This all operations can be done. If client says that I want to give the access to US1 BU, that's fine, but I want to give the read-only access. I don't want to give read and write. Then we have another level of security. That's what we call it as data access sets. We'll talk about that later. At this point of time, I'm giving the full access. Full access means you can search the data, you can insert records, you can update existing records. All things can be done. Let's go for copy this. User is same, the role is different here. Let me take the second role here. Select second role here. Accounts payable specialist. Choose the business unit. Select third role, accounts payable supervisor. Select business unit is the security context and select your BU. Like this, we are going to provide the data access. Once we provide data access, we have to run one program. Go to initial users menu and then run the program called user and role synchronization process. User and roles synchronization process. So this program, what it will do is, it is going to synchronize the user information, roles information, and any grants security we have provided. All this information, it is going to be synchronized. Go for submit. Now it's been completed successfully. So now we have given the data access as well as the application access to our employee. Now our employee can log in and create an invoice for the business unit called US1 business unit. Let's do that. Let's log out from the current user. We have done all the setups which are required for the employee, and now we are going to test it. Oh, sorry. Let's log out from this user. It's taking long time. Got it. So now first we want to verify the role has been applied or not. Go to navigator. First we have to find out whether the role has been applied successfully or not for the employee. Yes, payables is there. So create invoice, create payments, check the payables dashboard. Every role has been applied. That's fine. Role means application access. Then the second one is data access has been applied or not. The moment when we open the page, we'll see the business unit data. If we don't find the business unit data, then data access is not applied successfully. Again, we need to cross check. Is there an issue with the process? Now we can find that here menu. See, I'm able to see some data, right? There are some invoices which are on hold. There are some invoices which are completed and prepaid invoices. Last 15 days, 7 invoices are created like that. Okay. And if I go to the invoice page here, this is what our task list, nothing but menu. Task list is nothing but a menu. Yeah, sometimes what happened, the application will be slow, but after 10-15 minutes, it will be again up. Mr. John wants to create an invoice here. Let's go to invoices tab. So the roles has been successfully applied as well as the data access also is applied. When we want to create an invoice, we'll do it from here. Go to task list here and create invoice. Create invoice from the spreadsheets. Create recurring invoices. Search for the invoices. Validate the invoices. Data import, validation, legacy systems. In case in import errors are there, we can correct from here. If approvals are there, initiate approval workflows, approval processor, we will find over here. Finally, we'll create accounts either here or manually, or we can do it here. Let's go for create invoice here. So supplier invoice, we are going to enter the information at 3 levels, headers, lines, and distributions. It's a standard format. Now here we have to choose the business unit, whatever the business unit we got the access. For which supplier we are raising the bill. We have received the bill from the supplier called Advanced Corporation, supplier number, supplier site, For which legal entity? Means our company. So we got legal entity. What is the invoice number? Q1. How much amount? $10,000. Supplier is telling that I have provided some goods to your company and $10,000 is the cost. That's what supplier is telling, and he has given the invoice that we are going to create. So we are entering the accounting information, internal account, saying that $10,000 invoice we are going to create. Let's say we have purchased furniture from the supplier. Goes to furniture account. Let's save the invoice. Our invoice is created. What is the invoice number? Q1, Q1. That's the invoice number. Amount is $10,000. Who is the supplier? Advanced Corporation. So we received a bill from the supplier for $10,000. That invoice we are going to create in our ERP system, and we will validate, and then we'll create accounts and go for approval. First, we have to validate. So whenever we go for validation, what system is showing here? Your invoice required validation. Here we can find what is the status here. Invoice validation. Now needs revalidation. Click on this. It's telling us that again you have to validate there is some issue. Now we can find here invoice is on hold due to one reason. Click on this. Click on this. What system is showing that your total of invoice line amount does not equal to your invoice amount. Invoice header level we said $10,000, but when it comes for lines, which is 10,000 plus tax calculated by the system, it is 950. So this tax calculation comes from the module called taxes module based on our payables country or supplier site level shipping location. The tax will be calculated. We'll get it from here. It is now I'm trying to modify the tax and making it as 0. Let me take it as 0 here. Now I'm going to make it as 0. I'm going to make this as 0 here, tax. Make it as 0, save and close. Now the invoice header amount, line amount, both are equal. Let me go for validate the invoice again. Let's save this invoice again. After we save this, let's go to invoice actions and again click validate. So now system is going to validate the information, whatever we have entered here. It's validated successfully. Invoice is validated successfully. Now we can go for create accounts. Create accounts and transfer the invoice accounts to GL. Okay. So here, if at all we want to cancel the invoice, we can cancel. If at all we want to delete the invoice, we can delete. And we can create accounts in draft mode, means in sample mode, and later you can transfer. Or we can create accounts now and transfer to GL directly. Let's go to post to ledger. Click on this post to ledger. Let's go to post and ledger here that we are going to perform. Our system has created accounting entries for the invoice. Let's click on view accounting here. It's done. Accounts has been created successfully. For every invoice, there will be different accounting entries. For example, if we create standard invoice, liability account, and charge account that we are going to have, credit memo, debit memo, different accounting entries, which are very important. We need to discuss for all the invoice types. We'll talk about that detailed in our transaction. Now the accounts has been created and transferred to GL. Okay, accounts is already created. Now I wanted to view the accounting entries. So go to this task validated. Click on this accounted. I can expand this here. This is your journal batch name. This is your journal entry name. And here you will come to know which date this accounting entries has been transferred to GL. In case if the sequence number is enabled at ledger level, there is a task specify ledger options. There, if the sequence number is generated, you can also find that accounting sequence number. Right now, it's not done. So this is your journal batch name. Copy this. And I want to view these accounting entries in the GL module. Okay. So how we can view this employee does not have the access to GL, right? Let's go for save and close. We don't have the access to GL here, right? Now we are going to provide the access to GL module here. First, we have to assign the role. Whenever we want to work with any module, first we have to assign the role to the user. Go to Tools menu, Security Console. Go for Edit, Add Role. What is the role name? There are two roles here, General Accountant, General Accounting Manager. Yeah, sorry, there was some issue with the Zoom meeting ID. Excuse me. So attach another role, General Accounting Manager. Click Done button here. Now, two roles are there which are required for GL module, General Accountant and General Accounting Manager. Let's go for save and close here. Click Done button or log out from here. Oh, sorry. we missed one more option, that is data access. We just added only roles. We have to provide the data access to the employee, right? We need to provide, let's go for here. Data access. Whenever employee log into the GL module, we need to select which ledger data he can access. So select username and role name here. Select username and then select role name here. General accountant and choose data access set. I'm providing US primary ledger. Let's go for copy. For GL model, it will be ledger. For account payables, it will be business unit. We'll find two different data accesses. General accounting manager. Here I can find yes, primary ledger. So data access we have provided. Let's go for submitting LDA process. Lightweight directory access protocol. It's going to show in the error message saying that one or more requests are currently pending. Excuse me. Not a problem. Just cancel. It means someone has already submitted this process. It's running. So we need to just log in with our user. It works. Even if someone else submitted this LDAP program, it works for us. Now go to GL module, navigator, general accounting. A role is applied. Next, data access. We got data access also because I'm able to view the data. And I want to search for the accounts. Nothing but I want to search for the journals which I have transferred from AP module. This is the journal name, right? Search. November. Is it batch name? The journal name. It looks like batch name. Or $10,000, which is created for purchase invoice here. Expand this. Generally, we can find the information here. Show more. Okay. This is, click on this. Now this is our invoice. Q1 is the invoice which is validated. And tax is calculated 650 and 300. Of course, we have removed that. It's fine. Anyway, we can find. This is how we can find the accounting entry. This is just one assignment, how we have done this. Whenever you are clear with the GL module and account payables module, then you can easily understand this type of assignment. Multiple assignments we have to perform like this. Then we'll have a clear picture about a particular module here. It is okay. Yeah. Thank you.